The president's administration officials say that another stimulus package is premature, while at the same time, certain groups of people are in immediate need of another stimulus check more than most. Where do we stand? Let's get to the updates right away. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Finance Kit. As always, I'm Dion, and there are second stimulus package proposals everywhere. I believe we honestly lost count of how many we have on the table already. But in this video, I will summarize what we know and where we stand with the latest news. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. If you have not, please consider subscribing, as there will be daily updates on the stimulus check situation as well as other personal finance tips in the future. Let's go straight to it. Without wasting time, the yet another recent development that happened just now on Sunday was that the White House economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, and some other officials from the president's administration said that they do not believe a fourth economic stimulus package to address the coronavirus impact is needed right now. This comes out as we already have a few proposals on the table. I have covered all of them. The links are down in the description. However, House representatives are actually expected to move forward by passing some of those proposals as early as within this week. Some congressional representatives also say that such a bill is needed to provide aid for states, local government, as well as some other stimulus support that's already discussed. So what is on the table and what might get passed this or next week? Let's go over everything. First up is the Emergency Money for the People Act, which is potentially the best known of the four proposals. It will be providing up to $2,000 in monthly income to a single taxpayer. Also $4,000 to married couples filing jointly for up to a year. Additionally, parents and households would be eligible for $500 per child with a cap at 3 children. One huge difference between this proposal and the original CARES Act is that dependents aged 17 and older would qualify for the stimulus payout. The next proposal that's sitting and waiting doesn't even have an official name, actually, I don't believe, but it is somewhat similar, and it calls for $2,000 payment per person each quarter rather than monthly, a possible second payment of up to $1,500, and an additional quarterly payment of up to $1,000 per taxpayer. The next one is Getting America Back to Work Act. Provides for a refundable payroll tax rebate designed to cover up to 80% of employer payroll costs. This proposal isn't going to put cash in Americans' pockets necessarily, but it's going to make it considerably easier for businesses to hang on to their employees, as well as open back up a lot quicker once the COVID-19 pandemic is over. And lastly, there is the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, which would allow rent and mortgage payments to be legally canceled for a period of 1 year without impacting anybody's credit score. In addition to all those, we have the most recent proposal, which I just covered in my last video. This is the $2,000 monthly stimulus check payment, which was proposed by Senators Harris, Sanders, and Markey. It is aiming to pay qualified individuals $2,000 a month plus $2,000 a month for up to 3 children. Overall, most of those proposals aim to help Americans in one way or another and provide much needed additional financial support. The wait, however, is getting way too long. What are your thoughts? Should we see another stimulus package soon? Or do you believe there will be a longer wait and evaluation of the effects from the initial CARES Act? Let me know down in the comments what you think. White House and congressional negotiation on another economic stimulus package might be on hold, probably until June actually, but it is coming, and that will entail yet more borrowing and spending. on state bailouts, aid to household and infrastructure. But there are two groups of employees that need new stimulus check more than the most, and that's in my opinion, of course. We know employment reached 14.7 for April. By July, the predictions are that we might hit 16% or even higher, all the way up to 20%. Millions of Americans have not received the initial stimulus check yet, and businesses are not reopening fast enough so people can get back to work. The coronavirus cases are still rising, with many seeing increases in the numbers of infected as states proceed with reopening. No matter what you hear and see with reopenings, the coronavirus pandemic is still here. People who work the front lines, the essential workers, need a new stimulus check more than most. If there was to be only one more round approved, and who knows what it will be, those stimulus checks need to go to the essential workers. There are some who believe that Congress must pass a second round of stimulus check for most Americans as well. Instead, at the moment, essential workers get the same thing as everybody else. There are currently two different proposals in Congress addressing hazard pay for essential workers. One is the Hero Fund, calling for up to $25,000 for essential workers. The other one is the Patriot Pay Plan that calls for up to $57.60 for essential workers. If Congress approves a second round of stimulus checks, these workers must be top priority to receive it, in my opinion. Essential workers have been called heroes lately. They are being celebrated and thanked and applauded, but they don't feel like heroes. They don't feel appreciated. They feel expendable and exhausted. What do you think? Do you know any essential workers? Do you believe that they deserve some extra compared to anybody else? Let me know down in the comments, please. The next group is people who have become unemployed or had their hours significantly reduced and need another stimulus check more than most. Unemployment is not enough. Even though some people are making more on unemployment now than they were before, even with the added COVID-19 unemployment monies, these employees and families are struggling. Employees report that they are not financially stable. Unemployment benefits are rolling out way too slowly for many, and the extra added COVID-19 amount is only good for a few months. The unemployment rates today far exceed anything we've seen in decades. And if Congress decides that it won't approve stimulus check for everyone, at the very least, they must approve new stimulus check for essential workers and unemployed. And lastly, I would actually add our elderly citizens as well. We know seniors are the most vulnerable to the ravages of COVID-19, according to the reports. Millions of older Americans lived on fixed income, dependent largely on Social Security to cover the most basic expenses. Everyone needs the federal government's assistance and second stimulus check during this crisis. From the essential workers, the unemployed, to struggling businesses as well. But any new relief package must include desperately needed help for older citizens who contribute so much to the economy and our quality of life, of course. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, as I will bring you all the updates as they happen. I hope this video was informative and provided some value to you. Like and share this video so more people can see it. Down in the description, you will find links to other helpful videos. Thank you for pushing your financial mindset towards a better reality. Until next time, stay positive, master your finances, and take a good care of yourself and those around you.